The Best Christmas Pageant Ever by Barbara Robinson, Chapter 2. Mother didn't expect to have anything to do with the Christmas pageant except to make me and my little brother Charlie be in it. We didn't want to. And to make my father go and see it. He didn't want to. Every year he said the same thing. I've seen the Christmas pageant. Well, you haven't seen this year's Christmas pageant? Mother would tell him. Charlie is a shepherd this year. Charlie was a shepherd last year. No, you go on and go. I'm just going to put on my bathrobe and sit by the fire and relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant. There's something different this year, Mother said. What? Charlie's wearing your bathrobe. So that year my father went to see his bathrobe, he said. Actually, he went every year, but it was always a struggle, and Mother said that was her contribution to the Christmas pageant, getting my father to go to it. But then she got stuck with the whole thing when Miss George Armstrong fell and broke her leg. We knew about this as soon as it happened because Miss Armstrong only lived a block and a half away. We heard the siren and saw the ambulance and watched the policeman carry her out of the house on a stretcher. Call Mr. Armstrong at his work, she yelled at the policeman. Shut off the stove under my potatoes. Inform the ladies' aid that I won't be at the meeting. One of the neighbor women called out, Helen, are you in much pain? And Miss Armstrong yelled back, Yes, terrible. Don't let those children tear up my privet hedge. Even in pain, Miss Armstrong could still give orders. She was so good at giving orders that she was just naturally the head of anything she belonged to. And at church, she did everything but preach. Most of all, she ran the Christmas pageant every year. And here she was, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, flat on her back. I don't know what they'll do now about the pageant, Mother said. But the pageant wasn't the only problem. Miss Armstrong was also chairman of the Ladies' Aid Bazaar and coordinator of the Women's Society potluck supper. And there was a lot of telephoning back and forth to see who would take over those jobs. Mother had a list of names, and while she was calling people about the Ladies' Aid Bazaar, Miss Homer McCarthy was trying to call Mother about the potluck supper. But Miss McCarthy got somebody else to do that, and Mother got somebody else to do the bazaar. So the only thing left was the Christmas pageant, and Mother got stuck with that. I could run the potluck supper with one hand tied behind my back, Mother told us. All you have to do is make sure everybody doesn't bring meatloaf. But the Christmas pageant? Our Christmas pageant isn't what you'd call a 4-star entertainment. Miss Armstrong breaking her leg was the only unexpected thing that ever happened to it. The script is standard, the inn, the stable, the shepherd's the star, and so are the costumes, and so is the casting. Primary kids are angels, intermediate kids are shepherds, big boys are wise men. Elmer Hopkins, the minister's son, has been Joseph for as long as I can remember, and my friend Alice Wendlekin is Mary because she's so smart, so neat and clean, and most of all, so holy looking. All the rest of us are the angel choir, lined up according to height because nobody can sing parts. As a matter of fact, nobody can sing. We're strictly a no-talent outfit, except for a girl named Alberta Bottles who whistles. Last year, Alberta whispered, What child is this? For a change of pace, but nobody liked it, especially Miss Bottles, because Alberta put too much into it and ran out of air. Passed out cold on the manger in the middle of the third verse. Aside from that, though, it's always just a Christmas story year after year with people shuffling around in bathrobes and bed sheets and sharp wings. Well, my father said, once Mother got put in charge of it, here's your big chance. Why don't you cancel the pageant and show movies? Movies of what? Mother said. I don't know. Fred Stamper has 5 big reels of Yellowstone National Park. What does Yellowstone National Park have to do with Christmas? Mother asked. I know a good movie, Charlie said. We had it at school. It shows a open heart surgery and 2 kids got sick. Never mind, Mother said. I guess you all think you're pretty funny. But the Christmas pageant is a tradition, and I don't plan on doing anything different.